So I'm going to go a little bit into the lipstick effect and how that is playing out across some of our CPG categories this quarter. For those who aren't familiar, the lipstick effect was first coined by Leonard Lord of Estee Lauder back in 2001, and it was really to describe the observation that consumers will spend more on small luxuries even during economic downturns. And this is the idea that as consumer incomes fall and they forego the purchase of these big ticket items, they will instead continue to spend their reduced discretionary income on smaller luxury goods instead. And this is really to be as a treat and to make them feel good, but also really to help manage their emotional well-being during this time when everything just, seems a bit too hard. When we do look at the category purchase index, we can see where people are spending more and less of their money from more a consumer product perspective. As you can see, groceries are still reigning there, but with things like the cost of energy increasing, we're seeing things, as you say, Melinda, fashion and clothing, media and entertainment, and also electrical appliances have really taken a hit. People are really pulling back their spending in these categories. We're seeing this rise from consumers of a, if it's not broke, don't fix it attitude. And in the open text, we're seeing these attitudes coming through. They're making the most of products that they already have in the home rather than going out and purchasing new versions. And I feel like this is playing out in a couple of ways. I don't know how you see it, but I think when it comes to clothes, we're seeing people shopping their own wardrobe before buying something new. We have an example there of a family playing games at home with their kids. I think that kind of taps into nostalgia rather than going and buying new entertainment. And also people stretching out the time between upgrading their phones and household appliances as well.
At the same time, Serena, as a steward of a brand, we provide more than just a product. There are experiences. We define moments and occasions, right? I have this beverage and it helps me to kick off that I'm on vacation. So there's absolutely still a role for us to reinforce. I think one of the biggest mistakes brands make is here comes, unsettling economic times. Let's pull back our marketing spending and outreach to consumers. And in fact, arguably, it's when you kind of need to emphasize what your role is as a brand. Consumers, I think there's a lot of excitement in the US about Q4 in part because it's a moment we can kind of forget about our problems. And I think there's a wonderful opportunity for brands not to provide escapism, but to provide something, a tool that helps people feel good. And that's what the lipstick effect in some way does, right? It's these little things that help people feel good. And it's absolutely a role for brands in that. So despite the consumption changes as a category, as a brand, you still are very much in control of your fate.